Hey fam, get off on a note of relevant topics. There's a lot of things we can write about, but first of all, I want to remind everybody the whole point of doing this thing was a challenge to myself to finally go ahead and get out and do some stuff and write and actually get some stuff out. You don't want to drop dead and have everything that you've been doing go for nothing. But I went a little further and said, okay, what the heck? Let me go challenge some other people. There's some people out here who write in certain styles, and not me being bougie, I wish they would try to do something different. Just see if they could do it. Like, for instance, I love gangster rap and everything else, but there's a lot of people who hate gangster rap because, got bodies and everything else. We don't need all that, So some people said, but dag, I wish they would do something else. And likewise, I wish they would make a little something extra just to prove that they got skills like that. I would love to see a gangster rapper, for instance, put out something, not so much crossing over saying they're selling out, but I wanted to see if they can really do something that outsells what they're already doing. A challenge to themselves, So once again, it's not me being bougie, but that was where this idea of challenging other people came on, behind me challenging myself. But anyway, like I said, every day different ideas come, and I said, well, there's not enough time in my life to get all the ideas out and do something and produce them all. So I said, well, until I find the time and my daily grind gets out of the way where I can finally pin down the time to work on stuff and finish things the way I want to, I said, let me go ahead and share some of these ideas with some people, see what they can do with it. Like, for instance, today I got off the phone with a friend who was telling me he makes decent money and everything. And fortunately, he has a routine schedule. I'd say fortunately, because some people don't have a job at all. And in my particular case, my job has me all over the daggone place. I don't have time to really sit down and have personal time. I have to book off sick just to get a proper amount of rest, to be able to go exercise. I just came from the clinic, the pharmacy, pick up some meds and stuff like that. I don't have time to do the things that I need to do just to have a life outside of working. Like I said, making that sacrifice for my kids. But all money ain't good money, is the old saying we used to say in dominoes and bones. And I thought about the Johnny Paycheck song, Take This Job and Shove It. Now, that's from a different aspect. But remember, music is about communication. So the idea is I stopped and thought, I said, there's a lot of things that are being said. People say there's nothing new, but there are new ways of saying things to harmonize with other people who are feeling what you're feeling. That's the whole purpose of music, to communicate, whether it's the talking drum or just music in general. It doesn't have to be with words. It can be instrumental. I stopped and thought, I said, wait a minute. He and I were talking, and this dialogue was going on. I stopped and thought, I said, where are your hobbies? Aren't there any things that in your life that, if time wasn't an issue and everything else, you would just love doing it? If the bills were all getting paid, what would you like to do with your time? He said, well, I would love to be riding my bike cross country. And I said, well, damn, why don't you? You got time. You can block out time to do stuff like that. On a weekend, take a weekend long run. Weekend is the busiest time for me, so I don't get time to do stuff like that I'd like to do. So think about that. He said, well, I like going to the gun range and shooting. I said, well, go off some competitions and things like that. Those are things you do, and who knows, later on you may find there may be a vocation that doesn't pay as well, but you feel fulfilled. Like teachers, for instance. We know teachers don't make a whole heck of a lot, and teachers typically do something like this, a job like that, because it gives them a sense of fulfillment within. So I stopped and thought about the Johnny Paycheck song. And then I thought about speaking from a different perspective, not so much disrespecting the employer, but remember, it's just a business owner. Just like if you own the business, you got to hire people. I get it. Hey, pimping, you're going to do what you got to do to make your money. But when you work someplace and for a fact you're not getting all that you're worth, either they're not paying you enough flat out, or they advertise they pay you a certain amount, but then it's skimming money from you left and right, and you got to go through heck to try and get the little pennies and nickels and dimes they owe you, then that ain't working, or if your health is degraded because, hey man, I'm doing this job, I'm making big money, but yet the stress level is so high that you're not healthy enough to enjoy your family and anything else. That's why I did my time in the military. It was a wonderful thing, but you can only do those kind of jobs for so long. Air traffic control, you can only do certain types of jobs for so long. Your ATF guys and you can only do certain types of jobs for so long, and after a while they take a toll on your spirit, your body, and everything. So there's an idea for a song right there, right off the bat. See if we can make a positive thing. Just remember, all money ain't good money. If you're working so hard that you can't enjoy life, that ain't working. Something's broke. I get it. I respect the employer. It is what it is, pimping. But if it ain't mutual, if it ain't symbiotic, if we aren't both getting what we should be getting out of this, I'm giving you enough work to put a check in your pocket, put a check in my pocket, so I can go my way, you can go your way, enjoy your family, I can enjoy mine. If we ain't symbiotic, we ain't balanced, something's definitely wrong. So once again, heck, I could take a job minimum wage if I'm getting everything else done. I may have to do that. I may have to downgrade and relax a little bit so I can finally do what I really want to do. It ain't about money, but it's about living. Remember, you work so you can live. You don't live to work. Yes, we give of ourselves and we do for society. God would have us to do for each other. I get it. But your whole purpose of living is not to be a slave. Okay? So if you're in a situation where you're working and you can't enjoy your life because every moment you wake up, you realize all I got on my mind is the grind. You know, and the grind ain't for me. It ain't my own personal venture. Then something's out of balance. So there's your idea today for a song. I just want to see if anybody wants to work with that. And once again, when you write these songs, they can be from any angle. Not everybody has to be from the negative point of view. It can be from a comedic point of view. But bottom line is, it's a topic. You just spin it the way you want to. Think about when you're in conversation with other people about these things on a daily basis. These are things we can write about. Once again, I would love to play around with this idea, but I got too many already on my mind that I've already started on that I need to finish. So I pass them on to y'all. Let's see what's going on. Sid's on Australia here, and I am rolling out. Peace.